Good morning, namaskar, and very warm welcome to all our viewers tuning in today. We are back with another video on e-invoice and e-invoice related offline tool. As you know, as a part of this series, we are exploring how you can report an e-invoice in an offline mode on any of the IRP portal. In last three videos, we have covered three different IRPs, and today we have with us our partners from Iris IRP, who runs IRP Portal 6 on behalf of GSTN. So I have with me today Kiran and Ajay, who will be helping us with the demo and the presentation on the offline tool that will help you to report an invoice in offline mode on IRP Portal 6. So before I hand it over to Ajay and Kiran, as I stated in the beginning, I have a request that please keep your pace nice and steady. With this, over to Kiran and Ajay. Kiran?
Thanks, Navinji, for the giving this opportunity. So from our side, Ajay will give you the walk through the presentation as well as the demo.
So thanks for the introduction, Navinji, and also thanks for giving us the opportunity. Today I will give a demo of our utility, how taxpayer can use our utility to generate the iron. So today we will discuss what is Iris IRP Excel utility, how does it work and its process flow, advantages of using our utility and who should use this utility. So it's an easy to use Excel based utility with user friendly interface. So user familiar with Excel can use our utility for invoicing. And we have also given option to prepare and generate invoices in bulk. So taxpayer who wants to generate their invoice in single go can use our utility, and it generates iron seamlessly, and it requires minimal technical knowledge. No installation or configuration is required. A workflow: to begin with, taxpayer need to register themselves on our Iris IRP portal and create their login credential. Once logged in, they can add their GSTN detail and validate the GSTN. Once validation is completed, they can download the utility from tools section, and based on the system compatibility, they can download 32-bit or 64-bit, and it is available in both iOS and Windows. Once utility is downloaded, they can simply open the utility and import the data from the source file. And we have also given option to manually key in the data in every cell. After providing the data, taxpayer can select the GSTN for which they intend to generate the IRN and validate the data before submitting it for IRN generation to make sure that data is error free. Once data is validated, they can simply submit the data for IRN generation and they will get the response back in the utility itself. So Iris utility comes with several advantages. Since it's an Excel based utility, so user don't need to learn anything new. It's a simple and familiar for any user who are comfortable with MX Excel. It also have inbuilt validation which check all the fields automatically. This ensure error free invoice before submission. Taxpayer can also submit invoice to IRP directly from our utility itself. They don't need to go to web form. Okay, and they can generate iron instantly from our utility. And we have also given functionality to take print either bulk or single. And we have also option to cancel the invoices from our utility itself. Who can benefit the most from using Iris utility? So this tool is ideal for taxpayer who don't have any ERP or billing software. It is also well suited for small and medium businesses that raises a limited number of invoices, and business working with only basic accounting system which does not support invoicing functionality. And it is good option for taxpayers seeking for low cost solution. And finally, since it's an Excel based utility, it is ideal for users who are already comfortable working with spreadsheet. No additional training is required. Now we will move to live demo. So taxpayer need to log in on our Iris portal to download the utility. So they can go to tool section and click on Excel tool for e-invoice. And based on their system compatibility, they can download 32-bit or 64-bit. Once downloaded, they can simply open the utility, and this is the interface of our utility. Okay. So we have given various options like login to IRP web portal from the utility itself. They can also select the GSTN for which they intend to generate the iron from the drop down. and we have given functionality to generate iron and cancel iron and validate the data, generate e-invoice, generate JSON, and print functionality. So taxpayer can import the data from the source file if they have any existing template for the data, whether Excel or CSV. Based on the file type, they can select the above option. So to import the Excel, they need to map the data before using this functionality. So in map generate column, this is next sheet. In map generate iron sheet, taxpayer can map the column from the source file to Iris utility. Once mapping is done, the utility will automatically pick the data from source file whenever taxpayer import the data. To map the data, taxpayer need to give a sheet name and header row number. Next, the column name. Taxpayer need to match the column name with field given in the utility. For example, if your source file says recipient GSTN, then map it to buyer GSTN in our utility. So this is how taxpayer can do this one-time activity of mapping the data to use import functionality. Next we have drop-down data. So in drop-down sheet we have provided all the standard values required for e-invoice, so user can refer them as and when required. So we have given the fields like document type, transportation mode, unit, and state code, and henceforth. In search sheet we have given product search like HSN code and HSN description, and state code, state name, and an error list with error message, reason for error, and possible resolution for the error. So now we will move to iron generation part, how taxpayer can generate iron from our utility. So as I said, we have given multiple options. First, taxpayer can manually key in the value in every cell, and we have also given option to select the relevant data from the drop down. So if taxpayer double clicks on the cell, it will get the option from the list form, and taxpayer can select the relevant field from the list form. Okay. So second option is import Excel. As I told, taxpayer need to map their source file before using this functionality. So now I will import the data. To import the data, they can browse the file from the system. So I will select the data and open the file. So we have two options: override the data and don't override the data. So if I select override the data, then the system will override all the existing data from the sheet. Once Excel is uploaded, the data will get imported successfully. As you can see, all the data are populated in the every cell. Now taxpayer can before doing data validation, taxpayer need to log in. Yeah. So I have logged into our utility successfully. Now it is connected with our IRP web portal as well. So once login is done, taxpayer can select the GSTN for which they want to generate the iron from the drop down. And before submitting data for iron generation, they can validate the data and check the data is error free. So if I click on validate data, I will get the error message if data contains any error, and taxpayer can double click on the error message, and it will redirect to the cell where the data is error is, and I need to rectify the error. Once error is rectified, then I can submit the data for e-invoicing. For that, I need to click on generate e-invoice button, and again the system will run the validation and make sure that there is no error in the data. And if I click on OK, the data generated successfully. So after iron generation is completed, taxpayer can view all the responses from Iris IRP in last column. So we get all these details like acknowledgement number, acknowledgement date, iron, signed invoice and signed QR code, and status and processing status. So taxpayer can also take print of the invoices generated. For that, they can simply click on print invoice and click on all invoice bills, and I will click on submit. Yeah. So I need to save this file in my system. So I will save this in download document and save. So now I will show how our print looks. So just need to open. So as you can see, all the prints, whatever invoice I have generated, I have taken print of all successfully. And if I click on, yeah, so this is the print, and we have given all the details like iron and QR code, acknowledgement date and acknowledgement number, and with other details like transaction detail, party detail, and dispatch from detail, and details of goods and service. Okay, so this is how taxpayer can generate the IRN. Next, we will look now for cancellation of invoice. So if taxpayer want to cancel the invoice, that is also possible. They simply need to click on cancel IRN, and the template will change accordingly. And here I need to give the relevant details like GST number, IRN number. So I will just provide the IRN number. And from the drop down, I can select the relevant reason for cancellation and give the remark. And I will click on cancel IRN. And yes, so cancel IRN cancelled successfully. And I got the response from IRSP like cancel date and processing status. I can also take the print of the cancelled invoice by simply clicking on select invoices and click on submit. And select the folder where you want to save the file, document, and click on OK. Now I will open the file. So this is the print for cancel invoice. So it will give the status like acknowledgement date, cancelled IRN number, and the label on the invoice that invoice is cancelled. Okay. So this is how our utility works. So I will summarize all the points which is discussed so far. So initially, taxpayer need to sign up and create their login credential on our IRIS IRP portal. Once logged in, they need to add and validate their GSTN detail. And after validating the detail, they can simply download the Excel utility. And after downloading the utility, they can simply open the file and start using for IRN generation. Support. So we have dedicated help desk support for taxpayers. So whenever taxpayer have any query or concern, they can write us on our email ID, which is support@irisirp.com. And we have also created some knowledge base and FAQs. So taxpayer can refer those e-invoicing 6. Taxpayer can refer those FAQ and knowledge base on our portal, which is einvoice6.gst.gov.in. So yeah, that's all from IRIS IRP, and thank you.
Thank you, Ajay and Kiran. I think it's a amazingly done presentation. So before I let you go, I have like one or two questions. So firstly, like how if I have any issues in mapping, how does that mapping work? Do you have any FAQs on this on your portal which we can refer to so that because I think that will be a first query many user may ask us.
Yes, yes. So yes, sir. So in our e-invoice 6, under the content sections or even the help sections, you will easily find all the details of the how you can use the Excel utility. And so basically, mapping is a pretty simple one. They have to just map the header of their existing data set into the our headers. They have to just
Right.
map, yeah. So that you can easily convert the data into the our format, and they pull the information from there, the raw access basically.
Fair enough, fair enough. I really like the your interface is very neat and clean. And congratulations for providing this on Mac OS also, because
Yes.
generally we have such utilities only for Windows. So with this, Kiran and Ajay, thank you so much. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank my colleague Anurag and Jitendra for joining in today and helping us with all these modalities for this demo video. With this, I'm sure our audience would have found this video to be extremely useful. And till such time, we will in the next episode we will see and meet another IRP where we will see how we can report an invoice in offline mode in that particular IRP. Till such time, have a good day. Thank you.